Hi everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.wordpress.com. Thank you for joining me today. Getting very close to Christmas, but I'm going to keep on giving you some videos to watch should you have any spare time. And today we're using Prized Peony stamp set and the coordinating Peony dies. These are available in the annual catalogue running at the moment until next June. So these will all be available in my store. Links are in the description below. So that's what we're using today. And then the cards we're making are these little mini cards. Okay, using some of the coordinating paper as well. Now these mini cards used to be a Stampin Up product. They don't carry them anymore, but of course you could make your own or scale them up into larger cards if you wish. So just for measurement's sake, these actually are 5 by 4.5 piece of cardstock that's scored at 2.5 to make these wonderful little mini cards. Okay, so I've got 3 more to make, and we're going to make something to go with them tomorrow. So mark on there. So I'm going to do 3 more today in exactly the same way. I've already cut some grey granite panels for the front. These measure 2 3/8 by 4 3/8, so those are going to go on the top, and we just need to cut our designer series paper. So this is the paper that we're using. The other side, it's got the grey granite on the back, so that's what we're using. So I'm going to bring in the trimmer and just cut that to the correct height, which I've now actually forgotten. What did I say? 4 3/8. Yeah, 4 3/8. So quarter plus 1. That's it. So we do have this strip of paper left over. I think this was a half sheet, so if you're going to make the full 6, you'll need a full sheet of 12 by 12. Oh, sorry, that was 4 3/8, wasn't it? So that needs to be 4.5, 4 1/4. Sorry, do beg your pardon. 4 1/4. I forgot to take off the extra 1/8 of an inch, and then our width will be, right, let me just double check that again. So that measures 2 3/8, so we want this to be 2.5, no, smaller, 2 1/4. Goodness me, that wasn't a very good start, was it? I will repeat those measurements in a moment. Two and a quarter. 2 1/4. So we now got 3 of those, okay, and a little bit left over, so that's nice. So like I say, this takes up the most of our 12 by 12 sheet. Okay, so panels are 4 3/8 by 2 3/8. So our DSP is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so sorry about that, got myself all confused. So we just want to do some quick layering of those, so we'll just use our Stampin' Seal for that. A couple of strips of this is plenty to get that secured. And we'll just get those laid up, just that nice little border. And we know the colours go together because the designer series paper tells us they do. So Stampin' Up have done the work for us in terms of deciding what colours we're going to use. You could of course have used it tone on tone, or switched out for some petal pink, which is the pink in this collection. And then all we need to do is adhere those to the card bases. So I'm going to put the extra strip in the middle, because it's cardstock. I do like the tape runners because they are just quick, you know, they're not messy, and you can just do things in a flash. Okay, I'm not super sure that the this paper is directional, but you may find that one orientation looks better than the other. So just bear that in mind as you stick those down. Again, you've got that nice little slither of a border. I do like narrow borders. And there we are. So that's the base of card. Easy peasy once you know what the measurements are, obviously. I've already stamped and die cut 2 of the peonies, so we just need to do one more. So I'm just going to bring in some white cardstock and the coordinating grey granite ink. Something like tapping on our ink pad, firm and even pressure, and we get our stunning image. Just going to let that dry for a moment, and I'm going to stamp out 3 greetings ready to punch out as well. So again, light tapping on the ink pad, and we're just going to space those out on here so we can punch them out in a moment. So we're going to just colour this really simply. Just a little bit of colour is going to be added to this. Now this happens to be my dark petal pink, but I think it's just it is starting to run out, so it's giving a really nice soft colour, which is what I want. So peonies in real life have just this hint of colour in their petals, depend on the variety, but obviously this coordinates with the paper, so this is the colour that we're going to use. And I'm just using the artwork to help me put in that colour. So there's little lines here and there, and where it's been drawn to indicate those shadows, and that's kind of where I'm aiming the marker. So it is super subtle in terms of colour, but that's what I was going for. And then we can just take the coordinating die and run that through the cut and emboss machine. So we're just going to line that up like so and run that through nice and quick. And there we have that. Really easy. Okie dokie. And these guys will be going on to the card with dimensionals, so we're just going to put a couple on each of there. Like so, they're ready to go. And we're going to use our tailored tag to cut our sentiments. Love and thanks to a dear friend. There are some really nice sentiments in the set. However, there are a few that sort of pertain to sympathy and stuff, but I wanted a nice general greeting for these. So I went with the love and thanks to a dear friend. Now that's a little bit off to the one side, but we'll live with it. And then when you get to a small piece of cardstock, if you can just line it up by reaching through the back like so. Get that lined up as best you can. And then we've got 3 sentiments, which we will also add with dimensionals. So again, we'll just flip those over and put a couple on the back of each of those. Like so. And now we just have to put them together. So I opted to get all my sentiments on first, get all those positioned, then lay my flowers on top. And they just about fit on this particular card. Now if you want them really lined up so they look very much the same, if you line them up against each other like so, you can then eyeball them across. If that kind of thing bothers you, if you're making a set of cards. And then we just add our flowers. Easy cards, just really simple. And like I say, if you want to use a regular size, these will scale up just fine. You might want to do an extra flower to bulk that out and make it fill your full card base. Or there is another image that's larger that you could use, or you could add one of the smaller ones on there as well. I shall just bring the stamp set out in again just a moment, just to show you what I mean. I'm just going to reinforce those creases. And there we have, not added any rhinestones or anything. So now we've got 6 cards there. And tomorrow we're going to add to this. We're going to make something for them to sit in. Okay. So I hope you've enjoyed that little mini project. Where's the stamp set? There it is. So this is the image that I've used today. If you wanted a larger card, you could use this one and then have your sentiment across the top. Or we could use this one and also die cut this one to go with it, just to take up the space of a larger card. So that's entirely up to you. Have we got dies for those leaves? I've just seen those really nice leaves. I wonder if yeah, it's possible that those fit. Oh, no, it'd be those ones, won't it? It'd be those ones. Yes, so there are dies for the leaves as well, so you can cut extra leaves. I've only just spotted that. Okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you at that then. Quick and simple. Hope you give it a go. Alright, take care everybody. See you soon. Bye.